So hello guys, what's up? How are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So welcome back in my new consistency video, and here I'm explaining you about my English journey and try to speak in English because I am in a learning phase and I always try to learn something new, and that's why I always try to record my video and try to explain the things and try to speak. Mainly speak is really important for me, so that's why I try to maintain my consistency because it is really helping me to maintain my consistency and make a habit to be a consistent, and also just helping me to just speak English and learn this language. Really going to really this it's really very helping for me, and it's really very cold today. So it's really very so I feel so cold, but okay, the consistency is really important in anyhow in any situation, so that's why I always try to record video, and that's why I always speak as much as I can. So that is the very important thing for me, and that is really going to be a very important and prioritized things for me, so that's why I always try to record video. So let's go. So first of all, I also learn this language because why I always try to learn this language, why? Because this is really a very important to me to learn this language, because in this world English is really, I think so, in my mind, and also I just what I see in my surroundings. It is really a very prioritized language. What I'm saying, I don't know. Prior, prioritized prioritized language. So that's why I always try to record this video. And no, that's why I always try to learn this language because it's really important. So I hope so. And also it's a really very fascinating. I don't know why it's really fascinating me to learn this language. I'm really very fascinated about this language. I don't know why, but whenever I just see the people who just talking fluently, so fluently, it's really going to cool something really cool for me. So that's why I also want to speak like that type of people. So the thing is really important. And if you also see the person who's just talking in English, you really think in a once like it's really going to be a very cool thing if you are doing that. So that's why I always try to speak and try to be fluent, but I don't know when will I achieve that level. But also at the second point, I have a confidence in my in me, like I will achieve that language, that level one day. So that's why I'm waiting for that and always try to speak as much as I can. This is really important for me. So the thing is really that, and English is a power. Really, it's a power. If you learn this language, you are able to survive in any other country. Like many of the country who just know the English, many countries really appreciate this language, and this is the local language of the other countries. So it's really going to be very helpful in future. So there are many ways, there are many types which really help you in your future, and for achieving the level of your, and it's really make your life easy in your future if you learn this language. Not in India, you are also enjoy, and your life is going to be very easy in the other country when you are visited other. And like many people, and the other thing, I in my thinking, like what I think about that, if you don't have a knowledge, really, if you are not a knowledgeable person, but only thing you know about English, you have a knowledge about English, you're really a knowledgeable person in the others, on the other person's mind. You're really a very knowledgeable person, you are a very intelligent person, intellectual person. So that's why you have to know this language. That is the main power. If you are a weak in a study, if you are nothing in a study, but you know only one language, this is English, you are really very cool. You are going to be a very cool and also a very knowledgeable person, and all the people appreciating you because you know that language. So that's the main important thing. Suppose you can see that, you can see this thing in your surroundings, like a rickshaw driver and a auto rickshaw driver and any other drivers who know this language. in a better way, who's just a fluent fluent English speaker. So in your mind, like you are imagine like he's a really intellectual person, he has a knowledge, he's a very well knowledgeable person, and at the second corner you think like you are to be like a sympathetic person, why he is in this place, he has to achieve more than that, and it's really a very good thing and right thing. But you are imagine that type of thing in your mind, only the base of knowledge, only not on knowledge, only the base of the language. So you can think about that, what the power of this language, what's the main power, that is the power. So that's why I always try to be I always try to learn this language. It's really fascinating me. Just help me to grow more. And I hope so. And I just suggest you all to learn this language in any circumstances, in any condition. You have to learn this language. If you don't have people, you can also do that type of thing, like record yourself in the front of camera and talk what you want to talk. And even if you don't imagine things, if you are not able to speak, you have a one sentence, talk always a one sentence per day, make a video and upload on a social media, make a video and upload on a social media. It's really, it's automatically, or I say naturally, you will learn this language. It's just a natural thing. Okay, if you don't have a teacher, if you don't have a instructor, and also if you don't have a sources, only if you have a mobile, it is really going to be enough. It is really enough for you. So keep in your mind, you will be grow, but the only thing you have to do is just be patient and keep working on in a one way. It's really very helpful for you. So do that and you will achieve level one day. What you want to achieve. Like this is really a very fascinating language. English is really a very fascinating language for me. But the other person is thinking like it's a hard, it's really like a tough for talk in English and that type of thing. But one thing is that is it is right. If it is, I don't know, it is a tough or easy. In my case, it is really a very easy for me. But many people think about this is a real tough. I don't know, but I only know that it's really going to be very helpful if you learn this language. If it is tough for you, don't think tough first of all. Don't think about this is tough. But in your mind, like it is the scenario, like it is a really tough language for you. Okay, I accept it. It's a tough. But think about that. If you really understand this language, you 90% of the not 90%, 50% of the problems really be resolved. Why? Because no one people just judge you like you are not a knowledgeable person. If you're thinking, if you're talking with a person in English, first impression is that you are the person who is just really a very knowledgeable person. So the thing is really important for you. First impression is the last impression, as you all know about that. So think about that. If you are, imagine that if you are a knowledgeable person, if you're not a knowledgeable person, and if you don't interested in the study, but you have a potential to talk in English, imagine that what will happen. The other person really think about that. You are a knowledgeable person, and you have to consult anything. So the thing is really going to be very important for you if you are thinking in that way. So in my case, we should have to try at least to talk in English. I'm not promoting English language, but I am promoting. I mean, I want to promote language because of not I am not, it's not mean I'm not promoting Hindi. We should have to learn this language as a secondary language. Okay, we don't need to give priority first, but we also have to learn this language. Okay, suppose that you are in another country. Okay, they're always talking the bad thing for the India, but he is talking in English. How you know that? So No languages is bad, the people is bad. The people's and their thinking is bad. Not a single language is bad. Any language, not a bad. But the people and his thinking and his mindset is really going to be a bad. So how you know that? If you don't know about that, only if you know the language, that's the way you can know the many things about that country and that people, any people. So the thing is really important. And in my thinking, we should have to learn this language as a secondary basis. And we know this is a secondary language of India worldwide. So why we have to feel shame of that? Okay, we have to proud. We are we have a sources like we are able to learn this language, and we have to learn this language because if we learn this language, we have a many type of opportunities. We can grow ourselves, and we can just do best for our country. So that's why we have to learn this, and I hope so. I don't know I'm able to talk or not, but only thing I know that I will be because why? Because I have a sense of practice. I have a knowledge how to do practice. And one thing I only want to suggest you all, keep practice. If you don't know about 1% about the English, don't need to feel ashamed. You have to keep practice. Always practice. Try open your camera, record yourself. Even in one sentence, like me, I always try to explain myself in front of camera. When I don't know what I'm talking about, I always try to explain myself in English. This is always going to be a very benefit for you. Not a single percent. If you are investing in that, I say investing in that. You are not just giving your you're not wasting your time. You're investing your time. Okay, so that is the main thing, and it's really going to be very important for you if you learn this language. It's really helpful in future. By the way, it's upon you what you want to do, but I always suggest you have to learn this language in any how, in any condition. It is really helpful for you if you are learn this language. I'm not exaggerating anything. It's upon you, I always say that. But in my case, and what I want to suggest you have to learn this language because it's really helpful for you and we us. And I want to learn this language in any condition, and I will be. So that's the very important point for me. So how's this video? Comment below, and that's for it. And if I made any mistake in this video, let me know in a comment section. I'll try to improve them and make sure to not make any type of mistake in my further videos. So that's it. How's this? So see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and family. Bye.